Are you struggling to see print statements in your Flask application? You're not alone. Many new developers face this issue, and today we're going to tackle it together. I totally get it. You want to debug your server-side code, but the print statements just aren't showing up. It's frustrating when you're trying to figure out what's going wrong and nothing appears in the console. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, "Why can't I see any print output in my Flask app when I run it with debug mode on?" They even tried using logging but still faced the same issue. Sound familiar? Let's dive into the solution. So, what's happening here? When you run a Flask app in debug mode, it should show print statements in the console. However, sometimes the output can be suppressed due to how the Flask server handles output streams. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why this happens, but also how to fix it. Plus, I've got a bonus tip that will enhance your debugging skills. To begin resolving the issue, the user should ensure that the Flask application is running in debug mode. This is crucial because debug mode provides detailed error messages and enables the interactive debugger. Next, the user should replace the print statements with logging. This is often more effective for debugging in Flask applications. The user can configure logging to display messages in the console. After setting up logging, the user should check the logging configuration to ensure that messages are being output to the console. This can be done by adding a logging statement at the beginning of the route function. Finally, the user should test the application again. They can trigger the route and observe the console for any logging output. This will help confirm whether the logging setup is working correctly. Fun fact, did you know that the first print statement in programming history was used to debug a simple math error? Debugging has come a long way since then. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user found that Flask wasn't printing to the console as expected. They discovered that the issue was due to running the command Flask run from the Python terminal instead of their usual Bash terminal. Once they switched back to Bash, the output returned to normal. Here's that bonus tip I promised. Always check your Flask app's configuration settings. Sometimes, the issue might be as simple as a misconfigured environment. And there you have it. With these tips, you should be able to see your print statements and debug your Flask application effectively. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.